So you're looking into retirement planning and transitionary videos. That tells me that you're used to planning ahead and looking forward. That's very common to people who are successful and very likely are driven and have done really well in their careers. But there's also this trap that you may have allowed yourself to be defined and your purpose to be defined by the work you do. I'll start off by saying that you, my friend, are not alone. I'm learning the lesson early. I'm learning that I'm beyond what I do here and what I do for my clients and what I do for my family. However, I know that it's human for us to feel like we have this gap. We have something missing and we're incomplete if we don't have something to build towards and something to do, for the lack of a better word. I just want to say that you are not alone, and you might have seen me in this channel share a few things from Reddit before. The thing is, I can't openly share the things that I talk to my clients about, right? I can anonymize them to some degree, but it's always more genuine if the words are coming directly from the person who is seeking and asking the question. So let me just share something quickly with you guys. So look at this. There's a few things here that I get to look at outside looking in, but at the same time being involved with my clients and helping them walk through this. I'll read this guy's question word for word. I know it's not to insult you, but I know some of you are driving and you're listening to me passively, or you're just in your living room. So let me just get through this. Anyone here struggle with a lack of purpose or meaning in retirement? I define myself as a good provider for my family and a good worker for my employer for more than 30 years. Now that I've stopped working, I can't seem to find any purpose or meaning. I just worry about my college-age kids and spend too much time not doing much at all. So there's a sense of guilt of having empty space to do nothing. Retirement was great for 6 months. Full disclosure, many of you will go through the retirement honeymoon phase. And I think that's what he's describing. But now that I've completed a second 6 months, I define myself by how much money I don't have because I stopped working. So this tells me there's a sense of lack and unpreparedness. This individual may not have been ready to retire, and maybe they didn't know what resources they had available for them. So it's now becoming a situation where that lack of financial clarity is hindering them from looking towards something bigger or for fulfilling something more in their life. And he says that, or she, I'm not sure, that I'm generally bored and occasionally depressed. If you've been here, any suggestions for giving myself a psychic kick to the head to get moving onto personal satisfaction? If this is you, the very first thing that I will tell you is that it's normal. It's normal for you to go from being in charge of so many things through your work, through your family, when you're raising your kids, and now they're all becoming independent. It's normal for you to feel that there's that gap. Don't beat yourself up for it. Give yourself grace. You're going through a transition. Just don't get stuck here. I will talk about the other financial planning aspects of being prepared financially so that you actually buy yourself the freedom and the peace of mind to worry about other things. This one, it's a bit of a mix between financial insecurity and personal change. One thing that I will share again, and I absolutely do not agree with how some of these people are behaving. Others have openly shared their own strategies, and you'll see people respond that, how could you feel that way if you're retired? Or how could you feel that way? And there was somebody saying that they were bored even if they're living in Mexico, and there were some very upset people about it. Your retirement is yours alone. Don't let anybody else, no stranger on the internet, define how you're supposed to live your life. The next thing that I want to say is that your value is not defined by your work and your income alone. It's easy for us to fall into that while we're working because it's an easy benchmark to compare against your past self and others, your productivity. Next is you have to distinguish between personal values, purpose, goals, and daily activities. It's okay for you to have days where it feels like it's just a lazy afternoon. maybe it's just not aligned with what you want to do. That's why it feels like it's lazy, it's unfulfilling, and it's not doing anything for you. Let me share a few tips to help you find or redefine purpose as you enter into retirement. The first way I can suggest for you to rediscover or hey, I'm Hervin Pessa. I'm your retirement sidekick. I'm a fee-for-service financial planner from Calgary. In my practice, I help retirees uncover the most powerful options that goes beyond common sense and traditional advice so that they can take control of their retirement. This channel is an extension of that mission. I'll help you become your own money hero. Every week, we dive deep into financial topics tailored to Canadians, especially those who are gearing up for an enjoyable retirement. If you're looking to make the most out of your golden years, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to join our community for latest tips and insights. Now, I just want you to give yourself permission to set your own rules and make the most out of your retirement. To help you get there, I've curated a 90-point retirement checklist so that you can do a self-assessment. Check the links below or go to retirementaudit.ca and get that checklist for free. Find or rekindle your purpose is to just stay curious and keep learning. Graduation season just wrapped up, and I've spoken to a few of my brother's friends. Congrats, Hugo. Congrats, Rob. You guys are killing it. But I spoke to some of these kids, and I do say that with respect, feeling like I'm the old guy from Up, but that's not my point. The way that they express their joy for their accomplishment is that they will not be forced to learn again, or they would not have to pick up a book again. And I think that's unfortunate. We are designed to grow. We are designed to create. He made us in his image and his ability, and part of that is being a creator. Before you get to create, you have to start by being curious. See, curiosity may have killed the cat, but it almost certainly will kill you if you're not curious about anything. Happiness in retirement and happiness can be found in a lot of hobbies, but they're often short-lived unless it's something that forces you to grow. Think about what makes you curious. It could be learning a new language, picking up a new hobby, which requires new skills, or exploring a new place. Staying curious and maintaining this sense of learning will help you find joy and purpose every day. So this is the very first point. You're not going to go out there because of the answer. You're going to go out there because you have questions and you have things that you want to figure out. If you're not sure where to start, just ask your friends. Ask people around you. What hobbies have they taken that you've had no interest in previously? Just figure out why they like it. Not saying that you should like what they do, but just ask them why and what about it gets them so fired up. Start by just taking simple steps to discover new interests. It could be that, frankly, your life has flatlined because you just stopped exploring new things. The second way to find your purpose is to connect with your authentic self. Take some time to understand yourself. Ask questions. Interview yourself, really. Like, what makes you happy? And maybe happy is a very difficult bar to set because it's immeasurable to a large degree. But look at the things that you do that gives you energy. What do you look forward to doing right now? And I'm saying right now, I'm hoping you're doing this before you retire. Who are the people around you when you are more energized? This self-discovery is key to a happier retirement. Don't necessarily cling to the past and don't maintain everything that you're doing right now. Instead, evolve and adapt to this new phase of your life. I'm not a big fan of journaling, maybe because I hate my own handwriting, but I enjoy doing this. I enjoy talking to people, and sometimes I hear myself get the cues and it becomes enhanced self-awareness. But for you, writing in a journal can help you explore these questions and understand your desires and your goals so that you can be mindful. Even just taking the time to be quiet and meditate can also deepen your self-awareness. Third way to find purpose is to build meaningful relationships. Your relationships are very important to you and your well-being. Think about which connections make you feel good and which ones just drain you. Surround yourself with supportive and positive, happy people, man. You meet some people and they just got a problem for every solution. I hope that's not you. So be the person that energizes others, and you'll find people just like that. Join clubs, social groups, or volunteer so that you have a structure to meet people and have meaningful connections and conversations. You can blend this all together. Do activities that interest you. Shared interest often becomes the easiest way to build friendships. So focus on deepening relationships with those who actually uplift and inspire you. Number 4 is just, oh man, honestly, this whole video, it seems like I'm being patronizing, but maybe I'm just doing this to give you a reminder. We need to be reminded more than we need to be taught. So I'll just say this and make it clear. If you have a passion and it feels like it just fell on your lap, that's a gift to you. Be willing to pursue it. See, pursuing your passions can make your retirement more meaningful. Passions are activities that make you feel excited, alive, and just revved up. So being creative, painting, writing, physical activities like hiking or dancing, you now have permission to do what you really love. You've worked the last 30 years to get to where you are. Doing what you love will not only bring you joy, but it'll help you find ways to actually contribute to other people. Explore different activities to see which ones you actually enjoy the most. To me, it's taboo that I work in financial services, but frankly, golf is not my cup of tea. But I will do that for the company of the people that I really enjoy. Other financial planners and like-minded individuals that I just light up from when I share ideas with them. I do that. So don't be afraid to try new things. You might discover a hidden talent or interest. Just set aside time every week for whatever that new thing is going to be so that it becomes a regular part of your routine. That's the next piece, is that once the passion is there, you actually have to put that in your calendar. The 5th way to reignite passion and purpose in your retirement is by helping other people. We've heard this cliche that the teacher gets more out of the teaching than the student does. So you can help yourself by helping others. One of the best ways to do this is by volunteering your time, your skills, and sometimes just your presence, your listening, right? Give that. Sharing this can give you that deep sense of satisfaction and that connection that you may be missing right now. That individual from Reddit very likely is missing right now. As parents, you likely have spent decades pouring into your family, and then now they're independent. What do you do with that? You still have the skills, you still have the knowledge, you still have the wisdom. Maybe it's time to pour that onto somebody else. By mentoring somebody that's younger and newer in your field, that could reignite purpose. Find somebody that you can help uplift, or go to charitable organizations and see what you can bring to the table. Oftentimes we hesitate to volunteer, and I fall under this. We hesitate to give because we don't know if it's valuable to other people. So take the time, go to these volunteer events and see. They oftentimes have coordinators there. I know when I worked at the Salvation Army as a case coordinator and a community support worker, I worked a lot of hours speaking to homeless people. And it was just about listening and directing them to help. We relied heavily on volunteers. We relied heavily on the community to help these people get back on their feet. So I know from firsthand experience that you may have things that you have to offer that you are not giving yourself credit for. The moment that you are able to turn somebody's day around by offering support, it just lights you up. It improves your mental health, it increases your satisfaction, and very likely extend your life. So take the time to do this. No act of kindness is too small. Point 6, maintain a positive outlook. Retirement is this new phase of your life, and it's important to approach it with gratitude. Even if you are not where you thought you would be financially, you are still here. A lot of people don't even get it. I just published a video not too long ago encouraging you to retire sooner because it's not promised. Frankly, a lot of people don't get there. So be the positive light and surround yourself with like-minded and positive individuals. Start with gratitude. Just be grateful that you're here and avoid negative influences. Jeez, man, just sorry I can't hang out today. I'm busy. I'm gardening. I don't know. I don't want to repeat this point so many times, but actually, you know what? Dude, the worst thing that you could probably do to yourself is you retire and just keep CNN on all day. Limit your exposure to negative news and social media. You did not work the last 30 years just to see the next bleeding headline. So that's a quick hack that you can implement. Limit your news exposure. I'm not telling you to be ignorant, but be cognizant of what you're taking in. The last point that I'll make is just plan to be flexible. Having a rough plan can help you feel more control. However, it will change. Think about what you want to achieve and the activities that you want to pursue, but also be flexible. If new opportunities come up, some days will not go exactly as planned. Don't beat yourself up for it. Other days will have unexpected turns where it actually turns out to be better. Just embrace the flexibility. One that I'm practicing all the time is that I like working in long stretches of focus, and sometimes it'll get interrupted or my schedule will get changed and I'll have to pick up my son from school, for example, or I'll have to, unfortunately, take my in-laws to the hospital or some sort of medical event. I used to take that with a lot of frustration. Now I just look at it and say, like, I'm glad that I have the flexibility and the ability to do this because other people can't. Maybe that point doesn't apply to you exactly. However, please have a plan of what you want to do, but plan on being malleable. Plan on being flexible as well and in giving yourself grace. I hope that I wasn't too forward and I wasn't too direct with some of the comments that I'm making here. But frankly, maybe there is no one in your life that is giving you these counterpoints. So I hope this has been valuable. Tune into next week's video. We have a lot of resources that are designed to help retirees and future retirees like yourself. Go to retirementAudit.ca and you'll see a 90-point checklist there where you can use that as a self-assessment tool, whether or not you are on track to retire or if there are questions that you haven't even thought about asking yet. Again, go to retirementAudit.ca and that is a free resources that helps you retire better. See you next week. Bye.